You are cooking with Crystal, and we're going to be making a delicious pho today. I know you probably think it's pronounced pho, but on the contrary of how it's spelled, P-H-O, it's pho. It's a traditional Vietnamese soup. It's packed with so much flavor, and it's a broth of soup with noodles and so many vegetables. Traditionally, it's made with meat, but we're going to substitute that today with some delicious fried tofu, which tastes just like chicken, and I'm going to marinate it with some sriracha and Hoisin sauce. So let's get into some of the ingredients that we're going to be using today. We're going to be using carrots, beans sprouts, broccoli, green onion, tofu, noodles, onions, cilantro, the Pho Seasoning package. I got that from my international store. And I'm going to leave all the ingredients in the description. We're going to be grilling some of the vegetables to get that charred taste in our vegetable broth. So I'm going to be using 2 onions. We're going to be grilling that in the oven along with 2 stubs of ginger, 2 jalapeno, and 1 habanero. Going to lightly oil it with some olive oil and put it in the oven until we get it nice and charred. So for about 10 to 15 minutes. This is how you want it to look. I love ginger and I love peppers. It's going to add so much flavor to the stock. We're going to be chopping 2 carrots. This is going to be used for our broth. And 1 celery stalk. And just going to roughly chop it. This is our pho kit. I'm just going to put it in a bowl and leave it on the side. So we're going to lightly saute our celery and carrots, add salt and pepper, our garlic, and just saute it and grill it so all the flavors can incorporate. And we're going to be adding this to our pot where we're going to be using for our stock. We're going to add water, and then we're going to add our grilled onions. Then we're going to add our Pho seasoning and the rest of our grilled vegetables, our jalapenos and garlic, habanero, and add water to the pot until it's almost full. Bring the broth to a boil, then lower the heat to just under medium and let it simmer for 1 hour to let all of those flavors combine together. We're going to use 1 broccoli stalk, just chopped roughly. This is going to go in our pho bowl. Going to be using mushrooms, which I'm cutting in half. We're going to chop our king oyster mushroom. I love mushrooms. Going to be using our enoki mushrooms as well. These are so tasty and flavorful. 1 cilantro stalk. We're going to roughly chop this. Flavor to our pho bowl. We're going to slice our red onions. It's going to be for our pho bowl. yellow onion, going to slice 1 jalapeno, going to finally slice 1 carrot, be prepping our tofu puffs, which are sponge-like and so delicious because they absorb the broth so well and the texture tastes so good when you're eating. Going to also be cutting up our firm tofu, so we're going to be making our delicious sriracha Hoisin barbecue, which is so good. This is how you want to have the tofu chopped up. I'm going to saute my onions. You can leave them raw. Traditionally, they are raw in the pho. I just like to have a little grilled flavor to my onions. Next, we're going to be sauteing our broccoli. We're going to be lightly steaming our mushrooms. So make sure that you pat dry your tofu to absorb all the moisture from the tofu. Now we're going to be making our barbecue tofu, which we're going to just fry in some olive oil. And I'm going to mix my Hoisin sauce with the equal parts of sriracha on the side, and once we get the tofu nice and grilled and crispy, we're going to lightly add our mixture to our tofu, and the texture just tastes like chicken and it gives you that nice crispy taste. So you are definitely going to enjoy this. So we're going to strain that delicious vegetable stock, and I did that off camera as you can see here, and add some additional seasoning to your preference and 2 tablespoons of light soy sauce, or as to your discretion. And now we are finished, and this is how I plate my pho. Enjoyed this spicy vegan barbecue tofu pho recipe, and if you love this recipe and you would like to see more vegan and plant-based recipes like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for my next episode.